All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of the Barnburner Podcast. I'm Owen, and of course, I'm joined by my co-host, Michael, and we are live. We are going. First thing I wanted to mention, Chorna, we were actually 4 days out from the 2-month
Our anniversary?
Yeah, because yesterday they were talking about Pugliarvi because he scored his first goal since December 16th, which was the game against Columbus that you were at my house, because he scored twice in that game. So that was the first day we'd recorded. But I guess in terms of uploading, it's even longer until the first episode came out. But so I guess the 8 weeks didn't determine. But yeah, this is week 9. We are rolling right now, which is nice. And we have a lot more written down this week for our episode than last week. We had one thing written down last week. This time we've got like 5 or 6. And
the All-Star game.
Yeah, that was literally the only thing we had. But I'm sure we'll come up with more.
It was like a 54-minute episode.
Yeah.
It's still pretty long.
Yeah, that's good. Shortest one so far, but it's still pretty long. Okay. So we can get right into it, I guess. First things first. We've got a couple firings this week. First off, Dominic Ducharme was fired by the Montreal Canadiens, and in his place, Martin St. Louis, Tampa Bay Lightning legend.
I was not expecting that at all.
What are your thoughts on that firing and hiring?
I mean, I thought he was gonna get fired before. I was talking to Justin, the guy that thought Shane Wright was better than Connor Bedard.
Yeah, Jesus.
And he said, I think Sheldon Keefe and Dominic Ducharme are gonna get fired this year.
Okay.
I guess when the Leafs started off as shit. And I was like, yeah, I agree. Maybe not Keefe, but I feel like Ducharme will.
Definitely, yeah.
Because of their horrendous start. And then he got fired, obviously, and I did not think it was gonna be Martin St. Louis.
Martin St. Louis has no coaching experience at the NHL.
Yeah, he coaches his son.
Yeah.
In Pee Wee.
And Kent Hughes. Funny enough.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I think the new GM, Kent Hughes, his son is named Jack Hughes, and he plays at the U.S. development program like Jack Hughes did. I think he's supposed to be a mid to late first round pick this year. And Martin St. Louis' son, older son, also is on the same team in the program. So, pretty interesting.
Is that why? Are the sons friends?
Maybe,
They're like, hey, hire my dad.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I feel like it still doesn't process in my mind that he's a coach. I don't know. He's still...
I mean, they got smoked their first game with him behind the bench. They lost 5-2 to Washington, so clearly he's not helping much in the win column.
Primo is horrific.
He is, man. He honestly is.
And,
it's funny
I think Montembeau's worse.
No, I actually don't think Montembeau's worse. I think Montembeau just hasn't really had he's such a young goalie. I don't know.
Both of them are young.
Montembeau's pretty young, and I think that he's kind of getting screwed over by the fact that the team that's playing in front of him is terrible. So
same with Primo though, I guess. Yeah, but Primo's still. You see the goal that Hagelin scored?
Yeah, I saw that.
What are you doing? He's so shit.
But in terms of something Habs fans should be, I mean, obviously, the way I look at it is this: if I'm a Habs fan, I don't think any team in the NHL was hard pursuing Martin St. Louis for coaching. I'm pretty sure if Montreal didn't hire him, he would not have been hired by anybody else. So if I'm Montreal,
the Oilers,
obviously Ducharme is not a good coach, but you might as well keep him around until the end of the year, because what happens if St. Louis has Montreal, let's say Montreal actually starts to play decent hockey, heavily hypothetical talk here. Let's say Montreal actually decides to start playing good hockey, and they have a good second half to the year, and ruin their tank. If Ducharme is such a shit coach, you guys might as well have kept him around. Montreal would probably finish the year with 15 wins. They only have 8. I can hardly see them getting another fucking 7 wins this season.
Yeah, they're on pace for 16 wins.
Yeah, so
or less.
You guys might as well have kept Ducharme for the rest of the year, hoping to be as bad as possible, so your draft lottery chances were higher, and then just hire St. Louis in the summer because no one else was gonna hire him. So I don't see what the rush was, but Obviously, Ducharme
It's
had
def-
to go.
It's definitely not the coach's fault.
No, God, no. It's not only his fault, but I don't think there's any coach that could have saved that Montreal team, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then
Especially
Cole
not Martin
Caulfield.
St. Louis.
Cole Caulfield, in his first game with Martin St. Louis as his coach, scores technically twice. The second goal got called off because Toffoli was offside, apparently. But the first goal that he scored was really nice backhander.
The first goal looked more offside than the second one.
Yeah,
and
but the reason why the second one was offside is because the puck in the air went above the blue line, and Toffoli caught it, and then... But
he was doing the splits trying to stay onside the first goal.
Yeah, I know. If
Jesus, Tyler.
Caulfield's got the same amount of goals as someone on Edmonton as of now, and that someone is Cody Ceci with his second goal of the season yesterday. Jesus
Yikes.
Christ. Yeah, I think St. Louis is going to help Caulfield grow into the star player that Habs fans hope he can become, and that he's supposed to become. Because if anybody knows how to play at the NHL at the NHL level at his size, it's Martin St. Louis. So,
Did you hear what his interview was? He's like, "Yeah, I'm just here to just tell him to have fun."
yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, bro, what is this?
I mean, at the
Pee-wee?
that is a Pee-wee speech, but at the same time, Josh Anderson just had a quote where he said,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
think
even fun coming to the rink anymore.
Yeah, I mean I like that he said have fun because hockey's obviously supposed to be fun. It obviously
And,
sucks that you have eight wins and 31 losses.
Yeah, your team your
Jesus.
team's already done. You might as well just try and have fun for the rest of the season. Gear up for next year. Hopefully with maybe Shane Wright on your roster
And a goalie.
And if Price wants to actually play next year, then maybe that too. Jeff Petrie probably won't be around. That's a guy I wouldn't mind the Oilers going.
Or
after.
Sherratt.
Or Sherratt too. That's not that big of a deal though.
Yeah, who cares?
But we're gonna get to that.
I feel like they might be worse next year without
It's
Petrie
possible.
and Sherratt.
But hey, if I'm Montreal, I'm gonna try to be worse next year so that you guys can pick up Connor Bedard.
Bedard,
maybe.
imagine.
Holy Shane Wright and Bedard. That's fucking lethal. That's like my GM team. It's like
I was not expecting.
franchise mode.
I was not expecting.
Montreal
to be
bad.
because they made the finals and Shane Wright. Oh, everyone was like Buffalo or Arizona or something.
I mean, hey,
Montreal might get
knowing Montreal's
both.
luck though, someone else will end up winning the lottery, and
the Rangers.
They'll have been so shit this year for nothing.
Or New Jersey, I feel like.
No, I do have a feeling it's gonna end up being Arizona. I don't know why. I think the NHL knows Arizona's losing their market, and they need to get Shane Wright on that team to help bump their sales. So
or Bedard. If it's not Arizona's getting either Wright or Bedard.
I think so too. I would agree.
One of them.
Yeah.
And then maybe Montreal gets the other.
But yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen St. Louis, so we can't say too much yet. Obviously, as the weeks go by, we'll kind of continue to update what the situation is, but not the best first game. But there were some things to take away that you could be like, okay, that's not too bad. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Montreal's going to suck anyways, so who cares?
And St. Louis' famous goal against Montreal, you know that one was on the Rangers and he just snipes it.
Yeah. Not only did St. Louis get hired, they also hired Vincent Lecavalier as assistant GM. So they're reforming the fucking 2004 Tampa Bay Lightning Stanley Cup team. They just need to get Stammer on there for that later decade team. Bring Stammer over in the offseason.
Then Kucherov.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think St. Louis can be worse than Ducharme. I mean, Habs fans will say Ducharme led us to a cup final.
I think St. Louis will do worse, but
I don't think he will. I think he'll be okay. I think he's a diamond in the rough coach.
And he's French.
He's a smart guy, man. Martin St.
Isn't he
Louis
French?
Smart guy. I don't know.
St. Louis, I think is.
I mean, his last name is French.
Martin. He's Martin.
I don't know if he's from Quebec though. His parents might have been. I don't know though. Anyways,
who cares?
Next one, the one that I'm most excited to talk about. Ken Holland finally pulled the fucking trigger on Dave Tippett and fired him. Maybe about a month and a half too late.
Owen's prayers are answered.
Yeah, I've brought that up every fucking episode so far. They finally it took 9 weeks of podcast for him to finally get fired. But man, what a glorious day! Thursday he's fired? Yeah.
A couple days ago. What day is it? Saturday?
Saturday.
It's Saturday the
12th.
12th.
There's games on right now. Last time I checked,
Really?
Detroit was winning, and Columbus was winning, and Boston was winning.
Why are they
last time I
playing so
checked.
early?
No idea.
It's
Hometown
not even
hockey.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, the Leafs play the Canucks tonight. Anyways, let's continue with the.
Yeah, so
I don't
Dave
even, I'm gonna
Tippett,
be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know who this new guy is.
Jay Woodcroft. Jay
Yeah, who the hell's
Woodcroft
that?
was the head coach of our AHL team for the last couple years, and
Oh, so he's like Sheldon
we've
Keefe.
we've made it to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Made it to the finals. Like he's literally been the best coach in the AHL for the last couple seasons, according to like what I was reading online. And
When I think Keefe wasn't
Keefe
he?
was before he left.
Yeah,
But, like
now
the
it's
last couple
Wood.
years, it was Woodcroft.
Woody.
And don't get me wrong. There's definitely a sense of the guys want to impress the new coach, so everybody's working a little bit harder than maybe they typically would, which is terrible because you should be working as hard as you can every night, regardless of who the fuck your coach is. But the way the Oilers were playing against Chicago and their last like couple games, where we lost 4-0 to Vegas, 4-1 to Chicago, like the Oilers were not trying. Like watching those games and then watching yesterday's, it is a completely different team. Like we had like 40 shots on net against Chicago. Sure, that's a great shot total. But like Mike Smith, man, he could have saved some of the pucks. Like the way he played yesterday, he had like 37 saves yesterday. Guy had none against Chicago. Like I know the Islanders aren't necessarily better than Chicago, but it's not like man, the saves he made, he robbed Barzal twice. Like it was crazy, but it was honestly a team just playing to get their coach fired. Like they were fed up with Tippett, obviously, and I think that, like man, the fact Ken Holland has never fired a coach during the middle of the season ever. This is the first time he's ever fired a coach during the year, so it's a big step for the old fuck Ken Holland. Apparently, he was up till 4 a.m. thinking if he was gonna do it or not, and then at 7 a.m. that day, he called Tippett and said, "Hey, you're done." Imagine waking up to that.
How does that phone call go?
I know,
Like
because you got Ken Holland saying, "Yeah, I like we like loyalty. I don't want to, I think we need to play the patience game." A week later, hey Tip.
Oh, I would never
have a
do
good
that.
one, buddy.
Like, I don't know if I could.
Man,
Like, yo, hey, like you've been great, like, but we're firing you.
yeah, Ken Holland has not the best with words. This season's been up and down like a toilet seat. That is a real quote. That is not made up. He actually said this, and then he goes and saying you can't win games 5-4. Technically, you can, Ken. And then someone screenshotted our game against St. Louis from earlier in the year. We won 5-4, and said, "I guess this game doesn't count anymore," according to Ken Holland. But I think what he meant to say was you don't want to win games 5-4, which he's absolutely right there. But
that's like the Leafs a few years ago. Like everyone, like their offense was insane.
Honestly, the Oilers are I was thinking about this earlier in the year. The Oilers are exactly where the Leafs were. Like when you guys lost to like Washington, and like the first time you lost to Boston with Matthews. That's where the Oilers are right now. We have defense.
That was when like everyone was like 2 years into their career.
Yeah, fair enough. McDavid and Draisaitl aren't 2 years into their career, but at the same time, McDavid and Draisaitl came into Edmonton. When they were way worse than Toronto was when Matthews. Like I know the Leafs were literally last place in the NHL when they got Matthews, but let's be real, they did that on purpose. The Leafs could have been a little bit better, I think. But
I mean, yeah, if you said like the.
But in terms of like how,
the Leafs,
yeah,
but
like,
their goalies way worse than the Leafs.
True.
I think they had Anderson, or who they have before Anderson, Bernier.
Oh Jesus!
God Almighty.
Christ.
Who's it, Bernier, and who's their backup?
When did you guys lose Reimer? When did he leave?
I think that year.
Yeah.
I think it was Bernier and Reimer. Yeah. Jesus.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, so the first ever lineup that Jay Woodcroft sends out was McDavid with Hyman and Puljujarvi, which was our lines at the beginning of the year. Don't know why that ever changed. Draisaitl with Kane and Yamamoto. And funny enough, my dad has been saying that Kane and Draisaitl would work well together because of their play styles, and he was pretty much right. Then Nuge with I think it was Ryan and Fogle, I believe, and then McLeod was playing with
Derek Ryan.
I think McLeod was playing with Tyler Benson and Devin Shore, and then Broberg and Marcus Niemelainen got called up from the AHL, which is another reason why I'm very excited to have him here, is because I think the AHL guys that he's been coaching for the last few years are going to get like a legit chance to actually play. So Duncan Keith is out for 2 to 4 weeks after fucking flying into the boards, and Cassian's done for even longer. So
Amen.
Marcus Niemelainen is replacing Keith, and he was our best defenseman yesterday for sure. Bro, he fucking hammered Casey Cizikas into the boards, and then Matt Martin's like cross-checking him over and over again. Then Kane comes in and starts punching Matt. It was just a massive scrum. Like, it was like he was just hammering guys, and then him and Parise were skating to the boards to race for a puck, and Parise got there first, and Niemelainen just leveled Parise. He gets the puck back. Parise comes back at him and elbows him, and they go out in front of the net, and Niemelainen's like, they're still going at each other, and Niemelainen gets a fucking penalty for roughing. He had a clean hit. Parise came after him, and he gets a penalty for roughing. Him. God, I can't. By the way, I am shocked the Oilers won yesterday because of how, like, the reffing was terrible. The Islanders had 3 penalties in a row. Kane gets hooked. Like, blatantly. He had one hand on his stick because his arm was getting pulled back right in the front of the ref in the corner. No call. Turns around to go poke check. Trips the guy. Penalty. Immediately after he got hooked. No call on King. And then he gets a penalty. And then I was like, oh, they're gonna score. We killed it off. And then Mayfield took 2 stupid penalties in the last, like, 10 minutes of the game. The Oilers scored on one of them. But, man. And then anyways, to backtrack. So, I guess Woodcroft knows Barry is not good. Finally, someone knows. So he decided to play Broberg as a 7th defenseman and scratch Devin Shore.
Barry was scratched?
No. Devin Shore got scratched, so we were running 11 forwards. Barry, we had 7D. So Barry was still playing, but we just had Broberg as an extra guy. So every other shift, one defenseman would get sat. And then, therefore, our defenseman wasn't, or our defense wasn't getting, like, exhausted. I think Nurse and Cece weren't ever getting sat. I think it was more like Niemelainen, Barry, and Broberg would switch. And by the end of the game, like, in the third period, I don't think Barry was on the ice. I think it was just Broberg and Niemelainen rotating. And fucking Barry just got a shift every, like, 5 minutes, which is great. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's smart to run 11 forwards and 7D every game, but when you've
the Leafs did that against Calgary.
Yeah, but you guys got fucking killed. It's the only difference.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways.
Like, Calgary. Fuck,
they're actually good.
I know, I needed them to lose, though.
Yeah, but, like, the Leafs, like, had, like, 50 shots, and they lost. Markstrom is crazy.
He is.
Yeah. And did you see fucking Zadorov's hit?
On who?
On Kasha?
Yeah.
Holy,
the guy
he got
laid him
killed.
out in the middle.
The guy's like
Suey. It was a fucking
man.
Suey pass.
And
he had a little bit of time, but like.
Yeah, he did. He had a little bit, but like not much.
Yeah.
But like Calgary, I hate most of their players. Like
yeah,
Kachuk,
I do too. Well, obviously.
Goodbranson, Zadorov,
yeah,
Rasmus Anderson's a moron. Backlund's an idiot. Like, they're so annoying. They're so annoying. But like yeah, like they're still like they're a pretty good team. But like every other Canadian team is shitting. Besides Leafs and the Leafs. I mean Edmonton's like but the Leafs and Calgary are.
We're like 4 points behind Anaheim right now. Anaheim's dropped down to wild card 2. That's how tight the Pacific Division is. Like they were just second.
That's how shit. That's how shit the division is.
But
they're horrible.
Stone's done for the year probably. Oh yeah, that's something we have to talk about.
Who?
Mark Stone.
Really?
Yeah. Want to know why?
Because
Jack Eichel has to come back. So they have to put him on the LTIR so they have money. Then he'll come back for the playoffs.
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So now when Vegas wins the cup this year, everybody's gonna stop talking about how Tampa cheated, and it's now gonna be Vegas' turn in the spotlight, and then the NHL will change the rule.
That's brutal. Stone hasn't been playing that much, anyways. I have him on my fantasy.
Yeah, I know.
Injured.
It's not confirmed yet, but apparently it's likely. I don't know why. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Just trade Riley Smith and fucking Janmark, and then you've got enough money for Eichel. There's no way you can't find a trade for Smith and Janmark out there. Like, someone would definitely take them. The Oilers would take... Fuck, the Oilers would take Riley Smith. He'd be a great winger to play on our top 6 so that Yamamoto can stay in the bottom 6. I don't know why he keeps getting top 6 ice time. If we could find a guy to play in his position, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know, like...
Oh, another thing, the McDavid interview with the reporter.
So, the Oilers have been having some interesting media interactions this year. So, sorry, I don't know if I told you. I might have told Torres. Mark Spector is not the guy that said the pissing thing to Dre. It's Jim Matheson.
Yeah.
But Spector is like the Oilers beat writer. Like, he always writes for the Oilers. And he's fucking terrible. He's the guy that said, when Lagesson fought Stützle against Ottawa, he's the guy that said, wow, bad look, Lagesson fighting Stützle. Does that mean that Zub should drop the gloves with McDavid? No.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's like, we're just taking out star players. Spec, what the fuck are you talking
wanted to
about?
Fight.
Yeah, like it's not like
first.
Lagesson pulled the guy's gloves off and started beating him. The guy they were ready for the fight and they fought each other. He's like, does this mean Zub should fight McDavid? No, that's not at all what this means, Spec. But apparently he wrote an article when Tippett got fired, or maybe a little before, and it was about how the Oilers, like, their lack of success should be attributed to the fact that McDavid's a bad captain, and that he's not, and that, like, any roster moves are only made when he wants them to be made. And then he also wrote a bunch of stuff about, like, Draisaitl and a bunch of guys on the team. And then typically,
McDavid's like,
without COVID, these reporters would get a chance to be closer to the players, so McDavid would have been able to pull them aside in a more, like, private manner and, like, tell them. But then obviously it gets caught on the mic, and now everybody knows, and there you go.
Hey, Spec, can I talk to you for a
sec? Yeah. Man, like, bro, Spector
what do you think he said?
Terrible. He probably just said to him, listen, man, I don't know why Edmonton, he's, like, legit, my dad was telling me this. He says, McDavid probably said to him, you can't be writing bad shit about these professional athletes who then you expect us to sit here and answer your questions in a media room. If you want us to be nice to you and answer your questions, stop writing stupid fucking shit about us online. God, he's retarded. Yeah. Mark Spector, he's actually like, honestly, I want to go. Let's go to his Twitter right now. Actually,
didn't someone I think in the playoffs last year or a couple of years ago, I think it was against Columbus. Matthews was like, somebody asked him a question, and he was like, yeah, like, first off, before I answer, I just want to say that I didn't really appreciate the article you wrote about me. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Was that Spector?
I don't know. I thought he only wrote for the Oilers. Maybe not, though.
Whatever. He said something about, he responded to a reporter like that, and then he answered his question. And, like, Riley was sitting beside him just staring at him. It was funny. Here, I'm going to search it up. Who was the reporter that wrote a bad article about Matthews? Austin Matthews. Oh, Steve Simmons.
Oh, okay.
He said, wait, Maple Leafs are Austin Matthews testing positive for COVID-19.
Okay, here it is. Listen to this. This is how he prefaced the article, like the way he wrote, like, the summary. Another new coach in the NHL's coaching graveyard. When do we look at the guys on the Oilers bench with the same eyes we look at the guys standing behind it? Spec. How? Okay, let's use Ryan McLeod as an example. Let's say that he said, yeah, why don't we look at Ryan McLeod with the same eye we look at Tippett? Spec. Ryan McLeod gets 7 minutes of ice time a game because Tippett's giving McDavid and Draisaitl 25. You can't blame the other guy. By the way, last game, yesterday, with Jay Woodcroft, McDavid and Draisaitl didn't even have the most time on ice after the second period. Nugent Hopkins and Hyman had more ice time than them. Already, they're not getting overworked, and they're already producing more. McDavid had his first, he got uncredited on Puljujärvi's goal because of the way it was an unassisted goal, but he had 3 points had they given him that assist. And then, like, man, there's so many stupid fucking things this guy says here. Like, man, Mark Spector is he's a nut job, man. The guy's got no clue. Oh, God, yeah. 2 assists each for Keith and Ceci, a pairing that doesn't get enough respect, in my opinion. Oh,
Keith,
Speck.
and Cece. Wait, hold on. Talking about... Who was he talking about? I don't even know what the article is. Austin Matthews calls out reporter who outed him for testing positive for COVID-19. Oh, shit. Yeah, Matthews said... First of all, it's unfortunate that I'm getting a question from you, Steve. I didn't appreciate the article you wrote about me. I thought it was unethical. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Damn,
I don't know.
son.
I don't know why people write stupid shit, man. And then you got this. Here's the tweet I was talking about. Lagesson fighting Stützle, bad form by the Oilers defenseman. If we're opening up the idea of beating up on each other's superstars, does Nick Holden get to drop him with Connor McDavid now?
Nick Holden.
Speck, man. Let's calm down. Let's not get out of hand. Let's not get out of hand here, man. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I knew it started with an S. Steve Simmons. Let's search up who is Steve Simmons. Now we're going off on fucking reporters. Like last year,
but
or
reporters
last
have
episode,
always
we were
been
talking about
stupid.
states.
No, but at least this one relates to hockey. Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking. Of course, Wayne Simmons didn't play against Calgary.
He didn't?
No, because his wife gave birth.
Oh god.
And like the fucking Flames are just beating up on the Leafs because the Leafs have no tough guys. They have nobody besides Simmons. Like Calgary, every whistle is just cross checking. Like I remember after I think the Leafs went offside or something, and Kachuk just cross checked Mikheyev for no reason, and Mikheyev just kept skating. Like, what is he doing? Like
that's the guys like Kachuk are there for, man.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Like, what's the point? But, like, yeah, the Leafs have nobody that does that. I mean, it's good that, like, you know, like, they're all good players, like, skilled, whatever. But Kachuk, like, they need more tough guys. And I know they had Kyle Clifford, but he's not exactly the answer.
That's the thing that I want to say about Dubas is, like, Dubas is a GM that actually tries to get what the team needs. You know what I mean? Like sure, maybe it doesn't always work, but at least he knows the Leafs need a tough guy, and then he goes out and acquires like Nick Ritchie. Like that's the perfect example. Nick Ritchie. I mean, it was a gamble, but it's a gamble you got to take sometimes. Like Ken Holland doesn't seem to know what the Oilers need. Obviously, he thinks we need a goalie, but then
Dubas he's been really good recently in the past.
But here's Ken Holland's. I don't know if you saw the last slide on that Puck Empire post. Apparently, the Oilers offered Philadelphia a 5th-round pick for Martin Jones.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ken, he's worse than Smith and Koskinen. Why is he the answer to the fucking problem, man?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
By the way, I was looking at some advanced numbers earlier. Jonas Korpisalo. Apparently, Columbus wants a 2nd and 3rd, and someone commented why.
I saw that.
Why the fuck would Edmonton not have him already if it was only a 2nd and a 3rd rounder?
Yeah.
I went to look at the advanced numbers. He's worse than Smith and Koskinen in his goals against and everything. He's worse. He's fucking terrible. Actually, he's actually a bottom 10 goalie in the NHL.
The reason why I think he's good is because of how well he played in the playoffs against the Leafs.
Yeah, that's literally it. I think I'm pretty sure that's he was just on fire for that stint, and he's actually not good. Mers Lincoln's is good.
90 saves,
80 something, yeah.
God, that's insane.
but man, like Korpisalo is actually like, I mean, maybe a change of scenery helps the guy, and I wouldn't be pissed if the Oilers acquired him. But like if those stats play out, it wouldn't even be an improvement either. Like Ville Husso is the guy I want Edmonton to get. He looks unreal in St. Louis, and he'll actually
like 20.
He's young as fuck. I think. I don't know. Actually, let's check.
I think he's 24.
He might be. That would make sense.
Or 25. Or 21. Just any age. He's in the 20s.
He is 27.
Oh, shit.
He was drafted 94th in 2014.
So he's not that young.
Yeah, but he's younger than fucking Smith and Koskinen.
How old is Koskinen? I know Smith's like
34.
41. How old is Smith?
Smith is 41. I think Koskinen's like
his number
33 to 34 or something around there. Maybe even a little bit older than that, 35 maybe.
Oh, they need
Or just
someone. They
play
need
Stuart
Huso.
Skinner. Maybe Jay Woodcroft should trust his starting goalie in Bakersfield and fucking play him. Fuck's sakes. But we have our next game's Monday against.
He played Broberg too.
Yeah,
So
which is good. But he
there's a good start.
But we play. So I think I said this to my dad. I said, well, I think the way he's looking at it is he's going to give Smith like a chance to play well, and if Smith plays well, then he'll stick around, and if he doesn't play well, then he'll give Stuart Skinner the starting job. And obviously Smith had a good game yesterday, so I don't see like Monday's game against San Jose should be Smith. But we play LA the next day. So Skinner will probably play against LA, and then if Skinner plays really well, maybe that's how he transitions into playing Skinner more often. But
Anyways,
yeah,
let's get away from the Oilers.
Yeah, so trade deadline is it's actually still a decent ways away.
Way longer than I thought.
The way that TSN and all the way that TSN and all these analysts have been talking about trades, I thought it was very, very like upcoming, but it's really not.
Like the NBA trade deadline was a couple of days ago, and like all these trade talks started happening. So and, it was literally in like 2 days, and then now the NHL is in over a month.
So they've got the trade bait on TSN. That number one is Jacob Chikrin, obviously. We've talked about him a couple times through.
Should we do like the top 5 guys, like predict, like, and we'll do like predictions?
Yeah, sure. So starting at 5,
10, whatever.
Yeah, we might be able to do. Number
7.
10 on the trade bait is Arizona cap space. What?
The fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
What are they trading like for cash?
I don't know.
Or whatever. Like I don't know. Do they do that in the NHL?
I don't think so. Anyways,
I know it's in like.
So number 5. So we'll do top 10, but we'll put the 11th guy in for the 10th spot. So Phil Kessel is 11. Phil the Thrill.
I saw he was going to LA.
I could see that.
I saw a rumor.
He might want to stick around in nice weather, and he could contribute on LA, I think.
Or he can go to Anaheim.
One of those, yeah, maybe I don't know about San Jose. I feel like he'd want to go to a team that has a chance of making the playoff. Like San Jose doesn't. I'm not saying they don't have a chance, but LA and Anaheim are in a spot right now.
Is he making $8 million, Kessel?
Let's see. He is.
The Leafs signed him for $8 million.
Apparently, he's making 1.8. That's his cap hit.
What? I thought he was making $8 million. I thought this was last year, the $8 million contract.
No.
Huh. Anyways. And
then we got JT Miller. I have a feeling JT Miller might end up in New York.
I think so. Yeah, I was gonna say New York. Back on the Rangers. Didn't he get traded for like Nemesnikov or something?
Yes, I believe so.
Wait, was he New York? Then he went to Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or.
Okay.
I think so.
And then he went to Vancouver.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think he'll go to the Rangers. He could help there, obviously. But I don't really know why the Rangers would even go about getting him, because Kakko, and Lafreniere are already not getting a lot of ice time. All Miller's going to do is take even more away from them, because he'll be on their third line probably. But maybe second
probably
line,
on their
actually.
second, yeah.
Who
would he replace?
Well, he's a centerman though. Ryan Strome.
Is he? I thought he was left wing.
No, he's a centerman. So they already have Strome and Zibanejad. So
he'll probably play on the wing.
Over. Yeah, maybe he's listed as a centerman on TSN. At 8 is Max Domi.
God Almighty!
I don't even know where Domi could go.
Where is he? Columbus.
He's in Columbus. Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Like, there's no like obviously a guy like him could work on a team like Edmonton even that needs like a goal scoring fit to play with McDavid or Draisaitl, but like I don't see him going there at all. Like,
I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I can't think of a team that.
Are we doing like contenders, like playoff contenders? Like,
it doesn't have to be, but you
go to Detroit.
You think a lot of guys, like maybe Detroit. I could see Detroit. He could help the rebuild, like help their climb back to the playoffs. I think if that were to happen. Yeah, but sometimes guys like him need to play with good players.
You go to Florida.
Yeah, I could see Florida. I think Florida would, but then again, though, I don't know if he has a fit in Florida.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Um,
Florida's fucking unreal.
yeah, like I don't
I
know if
think it's
there's
gonna
much
be
of a need.
I think it's gonna be Colorado, Florida. If I'm not
That'd
like
be
biased
nice.
about the Leafs.
That'd be nice. I would like that. I think that'd be fun to watch, fast paced. But
I have a feeling, like, Pittsburgh's gonna make it somehow.
I mean, Pittsburgh was playing unreal last year too, but Jari fucked up in the playoffs, so they just gotta hope Jari sticks.
Who'd they play against again?
The Islanders.
Mm.
Anyways,
I
moving
really hope
on.
the Leafs fucking.
Mark
Anyways.
Giordano. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm gonna go with Calgary. I think he'll go back.
Yeah, yeah.
If he
I
gets
was gonna say
traded,
Calgary.
I feel like it'll be Calgary. Tomas Hurdle. I actually saw the Rangers for him as well. He's a centerman, listed as a centerman as well.
I think he's a centerman. I thought that I saw something that he was staying in San Jose long term.
That's also a possibility. I mean, San Jose is having a better year than I was anticipating, and they also have got guys like Eklund and stuff like that are in the system. So maybe a guy like Hurdle thinks they can be good soon, and so he wants to stick around to be a part of that.
Yeah, maybe.
John Klingberg. I think we talked about this last time. I say Carolina. I think.
Or the Leafs. Imagine. Holy.
I don't think he will.
I feel like Sherrod has a better chance.
Me too. And I don't know. I think he's like gonna replace Dougie Hamilton in Carolina. Like he's gonna try and fill in that spot. Not that it needs filling per se, but I feel like they'd like to have that big physical, offensive defenseman.
Oh yeah.
Giroux, I'm saying Colorado if he leaves. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to go to a team that is literally about to win a Stanley Cup. And I mean, it can't hurt to add a guy like him. The way I look at it though is he said today on that Puck Empire post that he wants to wait and see if the Flyers can fight for a spot.
No shot.
Claude, are you fucking brain dead? What spot do you think the Flyers are fighting for? A spot in the fucking draft lottery? You guys are not making the playoffs, pal. Just boot it. By the time
Nobody
the
in
trade
the
deadline
East
comes around.
that's not in the playoffs.
Yeah, literally.
The East just clinched. Everyone put an X beside your name.
Yeah, honestly. Marc-Andre Fleury, I'm going to say I think he wants to go to Pittsburgh. And I could see it happening for sure.
I saw something that Boston.
I saw that as well. I also saw that apparently he doesn't want to go to play for Washington, which I find pretty funny.
Pittsburgh?
He said, yeah, just because of the past history with the team, when he played with Pittsburgh. So because apparently Washington has tried to acquire him several times already this year, and he's every time Chicago's come up to him about it, he said no, every single time. Fleury.
That's kind of cool how
They're
the
a
team
contending
just
team.
asks you, hey, do you wanna would you want to go there?
Does he have a no movement clause though?
Maybe.
He might have to waive his no movement clause to go somewhere, and he'll only waive it to go to Pittsburgh or something. But man, Washington is.
Pittsburgh's not going to play him.
They'll get
in the playoffs.
They would.
They're going to play Jerry.
They play
Jari.
both. They play both, I think.
But they played Murray over him.
Just out of loyalty to Fleury, I think. I
don't think so.
And Murray was looking like the next price when he was there. That's the only reason why they played him over Fleury. And Fleury was also, I think, didn't Fleury
struggling.
get hurt? I think Fleury had a minor.
I think it was just terrible.
that too. Number 2 on the list is Ben Sherratt. So you said I think Toronto as well. Actually, I would agree. There was rumors he was going to go to Edmonton earlier in the year. I guess I'm kind of glad that never came. I mean, he's better than Barry, so that's how I always look at if a defenseman is rumored to come to Edmonton, I just say, well, he's better than Barry, so we could take his spot. But Sherratt's, you want a guy that's much better than Barry, not slightly better than Barry. But yeah, I'd say Toronto, and then Chychrun is at the very top. I'm gonna say I think St. Louis ends up with Chychrun. I don't know why. I get this feeling it's gonna be St. Louis.
I thought, who was it? I thought it was Carolina. That had why St. Louis?
I don't know. I just have a feeling I don't know. I feel like
Or the Rangers, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Rangers is up there too. I think the Rangers could actually work very well because
Trade
they have
Kakko.
Kravtsov, who is actually still a pretty highly sought after prospect, and obviously he's not making the team with the Rangers. So use him as trade bait, trade him with a first rounder, and you probably have to throw in Kravtsov or maybe Kakko, maybe, which I think is a fair enough price to pay. Kakko hasn't really blossomed.
Is
in
Trickman
Kravtsov.
like really that fucking good?
Yeah, he is. If he plays on on an actual good team, he'll shine. I mean, he had like fucking all kinds of points last year, and Arizona sucked. He's having a down year this year, but every guy has a down year at some point. So, I think he would prosper on a team that's legit contending. Like I feel like on a team like the Rangers,
obviously.
the only defenseman that anybody ever thinks of is fucking Fox. So if you get a guy like Chychrun, that first pairing is unreal. I'd be scared. I'd be scared as fuck playing the Rangers if you have Chychrun and Fox on your first pairing. And then like if the Rangers go on to win a Stanley Cup, Chychrun's the type of guy that when you look back on that team, you'll be like, yeah, Chychrun was a big part of that. So I don't know. I also think Florida's possible, but according to what Jeff Merrick said about what the return package, like Lundell, Knight, and a first. No, do not do it. Lundell is unreal. Spencer Knight is like the best goalie prospect in the league, and if obviously a first rounder, even if you're a good team like Florida, you can still get something good with that. So, like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, didn't they pick up like an undrafted guy from the Barrie Colts, a goalie? So they were maybe picking him up just to maybe trade him or trade Knight and then keep this guy.
I'm not sure. That'd be crazy.
But why would you
Knight got
trade
traded.
that guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Zegers Christ.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
you guys haven't seen our TikTok.
I guess yeah. Go check out the TikToks, boys and girls.
Anyways.
Yeah. So I guess as the trade deadline approaches, we'll get more rumors and stuff that we'll bring up here. But let's move on to the Marchand suspension from.
I guess we
earlier
only
this
have
week.
this and then one more, right?
We have the Olympics and then the.
And then the
we
Leafs
already
and
kind of
Calgary.
talked
Who
about
cares?
that.
Yeah. Fuck
So-
that. I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay. So yes, Brad Marchand dealt his 8th suspension in his NHL career, and it's a 6-gamer for
Jesus,
punching
get it
Tristan
together.
Jarry in the face and then
And stabbing him.
Yeah, pretty much sticking him up there in the face. I think 6 games is a little severe. I think what Brad Marchand said is absolutely right. What he did was stupid and he knows it, but in terms of like what he did, it's not 6 games. Guys punch each other after the whistle all the fucking time. No one gets suspended. Like obviously I get that it was completely unnecessary.
But I think the punch. Like I don't even think that's suspension worthy.
It's
But,
only
like, I
because
feel like
it's only because he's a
You can't
offender.
act like that. Like that's just like
Yeah.
he like speared him in the face.
Yeah, I know. Man, he's got a fucking mask on for a reason. He's fine.
Who the hell is this? Who's behind me?
Oh,
hey.
there's someone at his door. The way I
That's
look
my
at it is
mom.
like this. I look at it like this.
I'm filming the podcast.
If you've got a goalie mask on that can stop a puck, a guy tapping you in the face with the butt
yeah,
end
but
of
you
his
can't
stick is not a
do that.
problem.
You can't do that.
But man,
I think
I'd give
he's,
him 2 games. If it's not Marchand, it's 2 games.
I'd give him. Yeah, I don't know. I'd give him 3. But I feel like this guy doesn't learn. He doesn't learn. So
it's good.
Like he doesn't.
You need guys like Marchand on your team. Him and Tom Wilson.
I mean, I
Everybody
would love
him.
it if he was.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love it if it was Kachuk too.
Yeah,
But
the guy like Kachuk, he's like Wilson and Marchand too. He's like, they do stupid shit, but you need guys like them.
But that guy, I mean, Marchand again, the most suspensions in the league.
In
And-
history.
Yeah, and like I don't know, he's like he still hasn't learned. So I'd give him the 6 because I hate him.
They better appeal it, make it 4, get him back out
Like
there.
Spezza.
Bruins need him. Bad. They suck.
yeah, they do. They're
Um,
gonna beat the Leafs though. Fuck.
in a playoff series? No, they won't, man.
Well, they will eventually. Like they will, I think.
I doubt
they
it,
play
man.
'em.
I don't think so. Can you guys even play Boston? Is it even possible?
The Leafs are gonna play Tampa or Florida. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what you don't want.
Unless the Leafs
avoid
win the
that,
division and then they play Boston.
which you want. But I don't know if that's going to happen. It's going to be tough battle.
I'd rather play Florida
I
than
wouldn't.
Tampa.
I wouldn't. I'd rather play neither. If I'm a Leafs fan,
I'd rather just get eliminated.
If I'm a Leafs fan, honestly,
Just forfeit.
like it's like the Oilers. When we play, like if we play Vegas, fuck, I know it's over. I'm not even gonna like. Obviously, I'll cheer, but you know it's over.
I think Florida's the longest team that hasn't won a playoff series.
Yeah, but that's because they don't make the playoffs. But here's this:
Well,
you're afraid to play Tampa. They played Tampa and went to 6. You think the Leafs could go to 6 against Tampa? With a rookie goalie in net? Spencer Knight was the goalie that series, and they still went to 6. You guys would not beat Florida in 6 game in a 7 game. I actually think you have a better chance against Tampa because they're tired as fuck. They've played 2 Stanley Cup runs. It's like Pittsburgh.
I think they want that 3.
Pittsburgh went 2 times in a row, and then they got swept by the Islanders.
Oh
my god.
Oh right.
Oh
yeah.
fuck. And that was the Islanders' first series win. In that time,
No.
It must have been.
Tavares.
Oh yeah, they beat
Tavares
Buffalo
Florida.
or Florida,
Florida.
yeah, one of them. Yeah,
It was Florida.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to play either. But honestly, yeah, I'd rather. Vasilevsky, man.
Vasilevsky's been just as good as Bobrovsky, I think, this year.
I feel like Bobrovsky's gonna choke though.
I think Florida's got better defense all
They have
around.
Uyghur, Ekblad, Gudis.
Even Gudis is a good guy for the playoffs. He'll get physical. He might not be the best in terms of skill, but
who else do they have?
like the Lightning have fucking Sergachev and Hedman, and then it falls off a cliff. Like Chernak is good. Jan Ruta is
Bogosian.
god awful. Bogosian's only good when he plays with Hedman. Yeah, like
Luke. No, he's on Vancouver.
goaltending is better in Tampa. Offense is definitely better in Florida from a depth perspective. I'd say defense is kind of even, but I would give maybe the slight edge to Florida this year. It's like Charlie said. He doesn't see a team beating Vegas a team beating Florida in 4 games unless it's Colorado or Vegas. So by that he means they're going all the way to the finals in terms of that logic, which I wouldn't disagree with. Like, it's so tough. I can't wait until the playoffs come around, man. Like the podcast is gonna be so sick when the playoffs are going. Like,
because I'll be depressed.
So just a quick sneak peek for what at least in early planning, we're probably going to be doing some live streams like on TikTok while we watch like Leafs games, or if the Oilers make the playoffs, Oilers games. So we'll live stream on TikTok, or maybe I don't have a camera to live stream on Twitch, so we can't do that. But we'll live stream on TikTok, like watching the games, or Insta. Well, TikTok we have a bigger following on though, so I feel like it's probably smarter. But we'll live stream reactions to the games. And I usually watch it's obviously pretty much the summertime when it's pretty much the summertime when the playoffs are around. So like all our buddies are going out. I would rather stay home and watch a cup final game than go out even if it's not my team. So like if everybody else is out,
university. We're done
in April,
year.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be gone for pretty much the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of it. So. But yeah, we usually go watch the Leafs playoff games at a buddy of ours' house in his garage. So it'll be like a reaction with like 10 people all watching the game.
It'll be more.
If everyone shows up.
The restrictions are gonna be done.
Yeah, hopefully. Fuck, I wouldn't trust Doug Ford.
I wouldn't trust Doug Ford with my dog.
Soon. I wouldn't trust Doug Ford with my grandmother's dog. Let alone with our country restrictions, man. Holy. But yeah, playoffs are going to be very exciting. Once we get the
East is going to be crazy. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It is. Well, but see, the same thing can be said for the West in different aspects, though. All the teams are equally shitty in the West, so you never know who's going to make it.
Except for Colorado.
Yeah, like there's obviously the few that are like, I mean, hey, Colorado's won as many second rounds as the Oilers have with McDavid. 0. I don't know why Colorado fans think they're so high and mighty and that McDavid's so much or worse than McKinnon. You guys have done this exact same amount of sure you've made the playoffs more times, but you haven't done much more than the Oilers did in the one time we won a series. Sure, maybe Colorado wouldn't have lost to Chicago or Winnipeg. The Jets lost in overtime yesterday, and someone commented in the live chat of that NHL 66 thing, the Jets don't do too much winning, but they definitely do get pegged a lot. I was like, wow.
I hate the Jets.
Bro, the Jets are actually deep behind Edmonton now. They suck. What happened to them, man? Sure, they beat us in a playoff series. I'll chirp the Jets all I want, man. Fuck the Jets.
Yeah.
Logan Stanley, the most punchable
And the
face in the
Habs.
NHL.
So they beat us. They're fucking...
Yeah, true.
Where
God,
the hell are
terrible.
they?
They're fucking terrible.
They
It's
have
actually funny, man.
How many points do they have? Like 17 points as a team?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know. All I know, like, Jesus.
They have like maybe, I'm going to say 23, I'm going to guess. They have 23, yeah. Wow.
Wow.
God. And then the Buffalo's ahead of them? 36.
Wow, it's not even close.
No.
Wow,
that is horrible.
But
the Leafs have 2 games in hand on the Habs, and they have 63 points. They have 40 more points than the Habs.
Wow, bro. That's terrible.
That's horrendous.
But yeah, so
they beat us in a playoff series. Fuck.
So the main events to be excited for, I guess, so the first one is the trade deadline. So that day is going to be dope. I think it's March 21st, I believe. So so that should be fun. I think we might have
lost 8 in a row.
Maybe we'll have to do a special maybe we'll have to organize a live stream podcast for that day. So like we'll be live on Twitch or something while the deadline's going on, so we can like report the trades as soon as they happen. We'll have to maybe organize that. And then there's the playoff bracket challenge that we'll be doing. We'll do that live on a podcast, talk about our predictions. We can probably get to an hour of recording just talking about that alone.
Yeah,
debating our predictions.
I always get hyped.
Yeah, and then obviously we'll talk about the playoffs round by round when they pop up, and then there's the draft, lottery, and actual draft. So we'll do live streams for both of those when those happen. Those are like what, after the playoffs?
Yeah, like
August. So yeah. One last thing to mention before we finish this one up is the Olympics.
Before we finish.
So Team Canada is 1-1 throughout
they
their
lost the U.S. and all the Americans. I thought this was Canada's game. Like we get every time you guys beat us. Like
yeah,
thanks.
I know. Hey, in all fairness to them though, they beat us last time in the fucking World Juniors.
Yeah.
NHL discussion just came in clutch with an Instagram post that I kind of want to bring up. So let's rifle through the Olympics. So yeah, we beat Germany 5-1. Ken Johnson with 2 points. McTavish and Power with zilch. And I'm not even going to list off the rest of the guys because I don't even know who they are. Eric Stahl had an assist, I'm pretty sure.
Eric Odell.
Yeah, God.
Legend.
Odell Beckham, baby. And then what's his name? And then we get smoked 4-2 by the U.S. because the U.S. is way younger and way faster than Canada. And I told everybody this was going to happen.
They're all veterans.
Yeah. I don't know why Shane Doan decided to put together a team of his high school buddies so that they could try and win a gold medal. Fuck Shane. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Shane Wright.
I think the U.S. could legitimately win, to be honest with you.
I think Canada's going to win.
I hope Canada wins.
I think Canada will win the women's too.
Yeah, that I agree with.
Wait, did Canada got bronze last Olympics, right? The men?
I think so.
And I think the women got second. They lost to the U.S. And Germany got silver for the men's. Jesus.
Yeah, but do you remember what happened? Germany was up by 1 goal. And then they get a power play with like 2 minutes left. Or 3 minutes left in the game, Germany. And they allow a short-handed goal. And then Kaprizov scores the gold medal winner in overtime. And they lost. Oh, Germany.
They scored a short-handed goal?
Yeah, with like 2 minutes left or a minute left to tie the game.
Russia did?
Yeah, Russia scored a short-handed goal. Germany, you were so close, man. They were so close to a gold medal.
That's terrible.
All right, so here's the post I wanted to talk
Canada,
about.
So fuck.
Yeah, true. Fuck them. Trade rewind from 2019 and the deadline. and who won each trade. And we'll tell our prediction of who won each trade, and then we'll look at what NHL discussion said. So the first one, Vegas acquired Mark Stone and Tobias Lindberg for Eric Brandstrom, Oscar Lindberg, and a second round pick, which they drafted Sokolov. Obviously, Vegas wins this trade. I don't think there's much debate. NHL discussion says the same. This is 2019. Nashville acquired Michael Granlund in trade for Kevin Fiala. I'm gonna have to say Minnesota probably. Yeah, that's what they said. Ottawa acquired a first round pick, which got them Lassie Thompson, Vitaly Abramov, and something Davidson, Jay Davidson. And Columbus acquired Matt Duchene and Julius Bergman. It is a sweep. Fuck, Columbus wins that one by a landslide, and they don't even have Duchene anymore. Or do they? No,
Ottawa,
he's on Nashville.
what are you doing?
Yeah, well, that's 2 trade losses for Ottawa on this deadline. Then we have Muzzin going to the Leafs, and LA gets Bjornfot, which was their first-round pick, Carl Grundstrom, and Sean Durzi. I still think Toronto wins that.
All those guys are playing right now on LA.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's close because Muzzin's not playing the best right now. But I still think Muzzin.
He played.
I don't know. I still think the Leafs might have won that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Muzzin could be better, but like those 3 kids,
they're not the best.
They're not leading us to a cup. I mean, I don't know if Muzzin is either, but
yeah, fair enough. The Jets acquired Kevin Hayes, and New York acquired Brendan Lemieux in the first, which got them Ville Heinola. I'm going to have to go with the Rangers just because Heinola... Wait. That's not right. Heinola is on Winnipeg. Did they trade him back to Winnipeg?
Huh.
Because it says here that Winnipeg got Kevin Hayes, and then Kevin Hayes went to Philly. Did he get traded to Philly, or did he sign in Philly? What the fuck is NHL discussion talk? There's no way that's right.
I don't know.
Okay, so Kevin Hayes, so Heinola ended up becoming a Jet. So then I think Winnipeg wins this trade. Because Brendan Lemieux's not on the Rangers anymore, and Heinola's not on the Rangers either. He's on the Jets, so essentially they traded Kevin Hayes for Brendan Lemieux, and neither of them are on that team. So it's like a tie. But I would say the Jets win because they got Heinola back. Yeah. Jesus Christ! The NHL discussion has the Rangers winning this trade. What the fuck? Buffalo acquires Brandon Montour, and Anaheim acquires Brendan Gooley and Brady Tracy, or whatever his name is. I'd say Anaheim wins that one because Brandon Montour isn't even on Buffalo anymore, and
he's on Florida, right?
Brendan Gooley's okay. Yeah, Montour's on Florida, and Tracy is all right. Ottawa acquires Duclair, a second, which got them Blomqvist and Josh Doan, which is another second-round pick. And
Shane
then
Doan's
Columbus
son.
acquired Ryan Dzingel in the 7th, which got them Tyler Angle. Ottawa won a trade, boys. They're 1-2 on the day. And then the last one, Charlie Coyle goes to Boston for Ryan Donato and Cade Weber, which is a 4th-round pick. I'm going to go with Boston on that one, mainly because Donato's not even on Minnesota anymore.
And Coyle's pretty good.
Hopefully this year's trade deadline is a good one. I feel like last year's was kind of shitty. What even was the biggest trade from last year?
The Leafs got Foligno.
Was that the biggest trade?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't even remember who the biggest
trade
was. Dubois and Laine. Was that it? Was that a deadline trade, or did that just happen early? Are you looking it up?
Yeah. 2021 NHL trade deadline deals.
Let's see.
Anthony Mantha went to the Capitals.
Oh, yeah, the Vrana trade. Jacob Vrana hasn't played at all this year. He's supposed to come back this month.
What's wrong with him?
He's hurt.
Yeah.
Bro, Imagine how much Detroit legitimately could be in the playoffs.
Taylor Hall went to the Bruins.
Oh God. That was probably the biggest trade, I think. Everybody was talking about where Taylor Hall was going to go. Yeah. Bro, imagine if Vrana was on Detroit. Holy fuck. They'd actually be legit. Like, they'd probably be in a playoff spot.
Oh, yeah. Palmieri went to the Islanders.
Yeah, he's so shit. He's so shit.
God.
He's terrible, Kyle Palmieri.
Yeah.
Yeah, there actually was some decent trades, but none of them are big enough to remember. We all remember the last day of school in grade 8 or grade 7. Taylor Hall gets traded to fucking New Jersey for Adam Larson, 1-for-1.
Jesus.
Oh, well, I actually like that. I like that trade. Fuck Taylor Hall. He sucks.
I mean, Larson
was our best defenseman, and Taylor Hall is not in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Guy, Taylor Hall had one good year.
And he won. Yeah, he won the
Hart Trophy. Yeah, but here's the other thing. He won the Hart Trophy and then did fuck all in the playoffs that year. Guess what the Oilers did? Went to the second round, baby. Fuck Taylor Hall. That was our first time ever winning a playoff series in the decade. The year Taylor Hall left.
Yeah.
Can't be surprised. Guy's selfish as fuck. Doesn't want to play with McDavid because he wants the spotlight. Taylor, buddy, man, you haven't been the star on any team you have been on. You're not the star. Nuge was. I mean, I think Nuge was the best player on Edmonton when they were both there. Sure, he was the star. I don't know if he's better. Boston, he's not even close to being the star. And then in Buffalo, he wasn't the star either. In fact, he was fucking terrible in Buffalo. New Jersey, he was the star. But then Jack Hughes got drafted and he left. Was he on Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's a suitcase. Buddy, stay in one city. Yeah, he was a star there.
That's terrible. Oh, my.
I forgot he was on Arizona. Oh, my God.
If you're not the star in Arizona, get it together.
By the way, I just want to say this. Edmonton sucked every year while he was there. He leaves, we make the playoffs, win a round. Next year, goes to New Jersey, they make the playoffs, lose, then they fucking suck. Tampa. Then they fucking suck, and they get Jack Hughes first overall. And then he left. Arizona, playoff spot. He arrives. They fall out of a playoff spot and miss the playoffs by a landslide.
Was that year?
Play-in. It was the play-in. They got in off the play-in round. Yeah.
And they beat Nashville.
Wow. I called that one. I said it was gonna happen.
Yeah, same.
And then they got blown out. Who'd they get blown out by though?
I don't know. Winnipeg.
Maybe. It wasn't Vegas. I think Vegas beat Chicago, right? Because we were supposed to play Vegas if we beat Chicago.
Oh, was it Dallas?
Could have been Dallas. I don't remember. Who cares? Anyways, they fall out of a playoff spot, and they get lucky because of the play-in, and then he goes to Buffalo. They were supposed to start being good. They are terrible. And then Boston has been mediocre since Taylor Hall got there. He's a jinx, man. Guy's the human jinx. Ever since he fell and got stepped on, he's been a jinx. All right, that's my Taylor Hall. That's my Taylor Hall rant. I think that's a good way to close off this episode.
I think we're good. Yeah,
I think we are. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 9. We will be back again next week, more than likely. One thing I want to talk about:
titling episodes, or is that on the thumbnail? I think we'd say like episode 9.
I wouldn't put it on the. I wouldn't put it on the thumbnail. I would put it on the in the title of the video, so that that'd probably help the algorithm maybe.
We could do that.
Yeah, so from now on, we're gonna start thinking of titles. We'll start it with this episode, I think. What we'll do for titles is we'll do like episode 9, and then we'll write down like we'll sum up what we talk about, kind of. So like
just do one of the main things we talked about. Just do like
because I'm just thinking about what Spit and Chicklets does though. They do like if for our episode here, like coach firings. Marchand suspension, and then we could do like ETC or something like that. Just to I don't know. We'll figure something out. If we don't do it for this episode, we'll do it for the next one. And then the other thing quickly that I want to talk about, just for like, if the time ever arises when, one of us isn't available to do an episode, and we want to continue to like try to get it out on time. Just do the episode with, like, you could even do it with, like, Taurus, or even if you want to do it with your brother Matthew. or do it by yourself if you want.
God.
Just to get it out, and then like I'd probably do it with like either myself or Joe or something like that, or even my dad. Someone to fill. Maybe Mahav too. Honestly, if he was available, but just so that we can. But as of right now, we've lucked out and haven't had to worry about that. But just in case the situation ever pops up where that would happen. But anyways, that'll be it to close off episode 9.
But yeah, go follow Instagram, TikTok. Follow our Instagrams. Our
all
TikTok.
on the thumbnail.
We don't post on our
anything
TikTok,
on our TikTok at all. Yeah, it's just to watch videos.
Yeah. But anyways, thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you guys. We will see you all next week. Peace.